leading the way with important local coverage. You're watching WISN 12 News at 5.
Hot and humid now, and I'm watching storms closely. When to expect a couple of rounds of those storms in Weather Watch 12.
7019 27 Avenue for shots fired.
He's got a gunshot wound to her arm. We're applying a tourniquet now.
Breaking news, a police shooting in Kenosha. What police say led up to the incident in a driveway. From the air to the ground, we have team coverage.
And a sales tax hike for Milwaukee County. 12 News' Hannah Hilliard on a past vote and how much it will raise this tax for county residents.
We begin with an officer-involved shooting in a driveway in Kenosha.
Officers shot a woman near 27th Avenue and 71st Street. Police were initially called to the scene for reports of a woman hitting a child with a gun. We have team coverage tonight. NewsChopper 12 giving an exclusive look from above.
Let's start with 12 News' Emily Polfall. The scene, Emily, is still very active right now.
Yeah, that's right. It is still very active here at 27th and 71st. I'm going to give you a look at the scene behind me. The Sheriff's Department, the Kenosha County Sheriff's Department, was called in to investigate the incident because it involved Kenosha PD. You can see that they've been investigating the white and the tan houses there on the corner. We've seen them looking around the driveway area there. Now, according to Kenosha PD, it happened at around 12:45 this afternoon. A 911 call came in reporting that a mother had struck her child with a gun. Then she moved outside to the driveway with that gun, threatening suicide. Officers say they tried to de-escalate, but then say, quote, the suspect acted in a manner that showed intent to use that firearm on another person. That's when a Kenosha officer fired and hit the woman once. Police say that she has a non-life-threatening injury. And the sheriff's office here is still on the ground investigating. They've been here for multiple hours. The scene is still closed down here on this corner, but otherwise surrounding streets near the area are open. Back to you.
All right, Emily Polfall reporting live at a breaking news scene in Kenosha tonight. Emily, thank you.
And NewsChopper 12 and Matt Salemi flying high above the scene right now. We want to check in with Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hey, so the first things that jump out to me are right behind the vehicle there in the driveway is a gun with an evidence marker next to it. You can see it laying there in the center of the driveway. There's a couple more evidence markers and some other items in the driveway itself. And then they've been on the porch, focusing on the porch here. You see that yellow rod sticking through what appears to be a bullet hole, because you can see it goes in from the outside and it also is in through the inside. We saw them taking some measurements, and you can see now they have a drone up there taking some photos of the scene as well. So the evidence in the on the porch and in the driveway is where they've been focusing their attention since we've been here on the scene. And right now they are continuing that investigation and we'll continue to monitor.
A very active scene since about 12:45 this afternoon. Matt Salemi reporting live from above the scene.
A steamy day throughout southeast Wisconsin. We have some video of people cooling off at Cool Waters in West Allis.
Tonight, we have team coverage of the heat and incoming storms. 12 News' Cyria Sandlin has more on how construction workers are staying cool. But we start with Chief Meteorologist Mark Baden. And Mark, the heat index is pretty brutal right now.
It certainly is. Some places hitting 100 degrees for that heat index. You can actually see the haze. The fog is gone, though. We did have that for a while, and so you couldn't even see Lakeshore State Park. But now a lot of folks out there milling about, although just be careful. Drink lots and lots of fluids and be ready for this to hit you. That dew point is 70 with a temperature of 88. That makes the feels like temperature, the heat index of 93 in Milwaukee. The winds were southeast for much of the day, and now they're south. That's why our temperatures have gone up. Here's the heat index at 100 in Whitewater, 102 right now in Janesville. That is certainly uncomfortable. Also, we mentioned incoming storms. Severe thunderstorm watch does not include southeastern Wisconsin, but it is just north of us. Includes Green Bay. That goes until 11 o'clock. You can see those nasty storms in the northwestern part of the state. We'll talk about a couple of rounds of storms for us in Weather Watch 12.
And this sticky, muggy weather is impacting everyone in our area, from kids on summer break to construction workers on the job.
12 News' Cyria Sandlin spoke with people out and about today trying to beat the heat safely.
A jam-packed afternoon at Cool Waters Aquatic Park in West Allis, an easy way to escape the heat wave.
Having fun with the kiddos, have our family out here, just having fun, trying to stay cool when it's really hot out.
Marlanda Granberry enjoying some fun in the sun, but still being careful.
making sure that we're staying hydrated, drinking lots of water, making sure we have sunscreen on. Even though we have melon, we still can get sunburn.
With heat indices reaching the 90s this afternoon, we found some construction workers downtown keeping themselves safe while still getting the job done. What do? Do you change how you operate?
Yeah, we try to start a little earlier in the morning, take a lot of water breaks, and just make sure we're keeping everybody hydrated the best we can.
This construction crew with 5-Star Energy Services says water and frequent breaks are the key to working outside.
Drink plenty of water, and if it's too warm, go to the truck, cool off in the air conditioning a little bit, give her a little bit, come back out, hit it again.
While today was manageable, they do call it quits when it gets to be in the triple digits. Is there ever a point when you say we got to stop for the day, it's too hot?
Yeah, we have. It's not too terribly often, but especially when the heat index gets way up there, it's just too unsafe to work. I mean,
in Milwaukee, Syria Samlin, WISN 12 News.
And you can always stay on top of the latest weather conditions with the 12 News mobile app. From there, you can customize settings based on your location. Today, Milwaukee County supervisors approved a sales tax hike for the county.
In a 15-3 vote, they passed the 0.4% increase. It now needs the county executive's signature before going into effect at the start of 2024. 12 News' Hannah Hilliard joins us live right now at the Milwaukee County Courthouse. Hannah, some supervisors say they have lost sleep over this.
Yeah, Kristen and Patrick, many of them telling us this was a tough decision today. Now, the resolution, it needed 12 votes in favor to pass, and it exceeded that, passing 15-3. After a brief push to delay a decision.
I moved to lay this item over until the September cycle. To quote Nike Corporation, just do it. Let's take the vote.
Milwaukee County supervisors took up whether to raise the county's sales tax by 0.4%.
Not even 3 months in, and I may be casting my most impactful vote as a supervisor. I have not slept for several days now, a good night's sleep anyways.
The state recently gave county and city officials the power to make this decision to avoid a fiscal crisis and help cover rising pension costs. Thursday,
15 ayes, 3 noes.
The county supervisors made it official.
I wanted to make sure that when I made this decision, I wouldn't regret it, just like the regret of the pension for years.
Why no?
And it's hard. I was not 100% at no or yes.
District 5 Sequana Taylor was one of the 3 no votes Thursday.
Not that I don't have faith in some of my other colleagues. I've just seen time and time again the numbers, the monies, the deficits, the surpluses that's supposed to be, and then how we're in the same place.
Chairwoman Marcelia Nicholson, who voted yes, says the newly generated money will give the county an $80 million surplus by 2025.
The fact that we're able to implement the sales tax means that we can now fund those crucial services our residents rely on, and that's what I'm looking forward to, a better and safer and just more incredible Milwaukee County.
Hannah, today's vote comes on the heels of the city of Milwaukee passing its own sales tax increase.
That's right, Kristen. So come January 1st, 2024, the city of Milwaukee's sales tax will sit at 7.9%. All of the other cities here in the county of Milwaukee will then have a sales tax of 5.9%.
All right, plenty of changes next year. Hannah Hilliard reporting live. Now, and tomorrow morning, city leaders will address a recent spike in youth crime. 4 children were shot within 24 hours in Milwaukee earlier this week. A 9-year-old and a 16-year-old died. Today, Police Chief Jeffrey Norman telling 12 News it will take collaboration to slow the violence.
I've said this many times, it's all our responsibility to ensure that we're keeping our children safe, that we're being responsible firearm owners, and that we are understanding what's going on under our roof.
As of Wednesday, Milwaukee police say 83 children have been injured in shootings this year. Another 14 children have been shot and killed.
Today, lawyers for former President Donald Trump met with special counsel Jack Smith's team ahead of a potential indictment. The meeting comes after Trump's team received a target letter alerting the former president he's the subject of an investigation into January 6th and efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. Experts say it's a clear indicator that new charges against Trump may be coming soon. Commitment 2024, now a new look at the state of the Republican primary race for president ahead of the first debate in Milwaukee. 12 News political director Matt Smith is joining us live now from the newsroom. Matt, a new Marquette Law School poll is out today.
Patrick, former President Donald Trump maintaining his strong lead nationwide as the frontrunner. 46% of support among Republican voters and independents who lean Republican. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis trailing at 22%, followed by Mike Pence, Nikki Haley, Tim Scott, and Chris Christie. Looking ahead to the debate, 7 candidates have qualified to be on the debate stage, meeting fundraising and polling requirements set by the Republican National Committee. Former President Mike Pence not one of them yet, and former President Trump has yet to commit to attending. Patrick.
Matt, Republican candidates still have time to qualify.
They sure do, up until 48 hours until debate day, which is August 23rd. Pence, for example, still needs to reach that 40,000 donor threshold. Other candidates tonight now mirroring North Dakota's governor in an attempt to get on the stage, giving out gift cards in return for a campaign donation.
Less than a month ago until that debate. Matt Smith live in the newsroom tonight.
The Packers back on a hot practice field at training campus. 12 Sports' Jared Fialko reports Green Bay is preparing for the season with a very young locker room.
Quite a change of pace from recent seasons here in Titletown. The green and gold locker room not exactly overflowing with veterans. In fact, 56 of the 91 players currently on the roster possess 1 or fewer years of NFL experience. Look no further than the wide receiver group, all rookies or second-year guys. Enough to make someone like Preston Smith, only age 30 mind you, feel like a fossil.
Nah, man, these kids are some TikTok babies, and they're technology kids, man. I was an outside kid growing up, and it's just different, man. You know, these kids, you know, I never, it's probably like when I was younger, nobody ever was like, oh, man, I don't never see myself playing with a kid born in the 90s. Now I'm playing with a whole bunch of 2000 babies. These kids that don't even know about some of the cartoons I seen growing up, they on this new age of anime and stuff like that.
And there's a lot of young guys, there's no doubt about it. But, you know, you got to look at everything in a positive way. And there's a lot of guys willing to learn, ready to learn.
Those TikTok babies will need to grow up fast, maybe graduate to the status of Facebook kids, as only 45 days separate the green and gold from their season opener in Chicago. At Lambeau Field, Jared Fialko, WISN 12 Sports.
The countdown's definitely on. Well, still to come, new details surrounding a crane collapse and fire in New York City.
What's believed to have started the fire, and witnesses described the moment the crane came crashing into their apartment.